Live from Grant's Farm, it's the 2025 Show of Strength, a telethon to benefit the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And here's your host, Mike Bush.
And we're live tonight from Grant's Farm for a tradition that brings our community together with one shared goal: to support the Muscular Dystrophy Association and the families who inspire us. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Show of Strength, our 2025 Muscular Dystrophy Association. We have an enthusiastic crowd. We're coming to you live from one of the most beloved spots in St. Louis, Grant's Farm, on this Labor Day weekend. I'm Mike Bush from 5 on Your Side, and I've had the privilege of being part of this incredible tradition for nearly 40 years. And this year, we're celebrating 75 years of MDA. "75 years. What started as a national telethon with the legendary Jerry Lewis has become something even more personal, a local labor of love that continues thanks to you and the families who inspire us. And tonight, over the next 2 hours, we're on a mission to make life better for kids and adults living with muscular dystrophy and related diseases. Want to help? Never been easier. Just text DONATE to 314-425-5355 or visit ksdk.com/donate. Every gift, no matter the size, truly makes a difference. And we are thrilled to be back here at Grant's Farm. This magical place has helped us raise over millions of dollars over the past many years, and it's the perfect backdrop for another night of hope, heart, and hometown generosity. Now, of course, I'm not doing this alone. As usual, we have a hard-working and talented crew behind the scenes, and I've got some amazing colleagues by my side, people you know and love, and you'll meet them throughout the night. But let's kick things off with my 6 p.m. co-anchor and my co-host for the evening, Anne Allred. Anne, take it away.
Mike, thank you again for doing all of that you do to get tonight started. And I love the love behind you and all the enthusiasm. And we're going to keep that going for the next 2 hours. Of course, like he said, it's magical out here. It's a joy to be back at Grant's Farm, especially for a cause that means so much to all of us. We've got just 2 hours, 8 to 10. We're going to really rally this generous community. St. Louis always shows up. We know that time and time again. Every minute counts. Between now and 10 o'clock, we're aiming to raise as much as we can for families affected by muscular dystrophy. And every dollar will bring us closer to new treatments, new hope, better lives, affecting children's lives. Now, we all know these are challenging times, but for those living with muscular dystrophy, you got to think about everyday challenges are nothing new. For them, even a simple cold can become a serious health threat. A virus like the flu, COVID, that can turn their entire lives upside down. So tonight, we have a chance to stand with them, to send a message that they are not alone. And it couldn't be easier to help. You can either text the word DONATE to 314-425-5355, or you can head to ksdk.com/donate. Give what you can. Every dollar counts and every dollar stays in St. Louis. We can do this together. Mike?
We certainly can, and thank you very much. All right, it's time to bring in a couple more familiar faces who are a huge part of our team tonight. They're two of the most positive people you'll ever want to meet. And when I asked them to join our MDA Telethon, they both jumped in without hesitation. From today in St. Louis, the always inspiring Rene Knott and my co-anchor on 5 on Your Side at 5 and 10, Kelly Jackson. They're teaming up tonight at a very special spot we're calling the Star Wall, and I'll let them tell you more about that. Take it away, you two.
All right, Mike, first of all, thank you so much for having us,
Yes.
because this is huge for the community. This is our opportunity to do our part and sort of be hands-on in the process as well.
Because as we've been saying and will say all night, all money raised, all the money that you give tonight stays in our community. And that is a community. And St. Louis is known for being so giving.
So here's what we have right now. We have the Star Wall. That's this big universe right here. Right now, we only have 4 shiny stars.
These stars look so lonely.
Very, very lonely. What
Yes.
we want by the end of the night, by 10 o'clock tonight, we want this entire wall to be full. We want to have our own little galaxy here at Grants Farm. So we've got 3 different stars.
Gold star, $500 donation. And I want to see some gold stars.
Oh, lots of gold stars, please.
Silver star, just a $250 donation will help families living with MDA. And blue star, $100, $100. 314-425-5355. Just text that number and you can make your donation, or you can visit ksdk.com/donate. It's that simple.
It's that simple. And Mike really made a great point. Every little bit counts. So if you can do 500, you can do 250, you can do 100, please do so. Do it right now. Don't wait till later. Let's start getting this wall filled up.
Yes.
And if you can't do that much, please do what you can, because
we have 2 hours to fill this wall.
2 hours. And no matter what you give, is that much more than what we had this time yesterday.
Absolutely.
So let's get started. Let's rally the troops, Mike. Let's get this going. Mike, back over to you.
And what a beautiful night for the stars to come out tonight. Thanks, guys. Before we move on, I want to take a moment to explain why these diseases we're talking about tonight under the umbrella term muscular dystrophy are so challenging. And keep in mind, these are conditions that impact real people, your neighbors, your friends, sometimes family members, in profound ways.
Neuromuscular diseases collectively impact over 300,000 people across the country. These include a group of rare conditions that affect some part of the neuromuscular system, such as the muscles, nerves in the peripheral nervous system, such as the arms and legs, nerves in the central nervous system with the brain and spinal cord, or the neuromuscular junction, where nerves and muscles meet. These diseases generally cause muscle weakness, fatigue, and other symptoms. Most are progressive, meaning the symptoms get worse over time. There are many different types, each affecting the body differently, or causing weakness in different muscle groups. In some cases, symptoms can begin in infancy, while others appear in childhood or adulthood. Depending on the type of disease and its severity, they can affect the ability to do everyday activities like walking, eating, and breathing. Currently, there are no cures, but there are treatments available for some types. Scientists have discovered more than 500 genes that can cause these diseases, and the number is still growing. Gene-targeted therapies hold a lot of promise. Right now, research is being done on genetic therapies and new medications in hopes of finding a cure or effective treatments that can delay disease progression and enhance quality of life. Neuromuscular diseases stand as some of the most challenging puzzles in science and medicine today. At the Muscular Dystrophy Association, they're tackling these challenges head-on, pushing the boundaries of research to unlock groundbreaking treatments, and empowering people living with these diseases to live without limits. And with your help, we have the opportunity to make an even greater impact.
And just in 2025, there have been 17 new drugs. So let's introduce you to a local family so you can understand the impact of these diseases. You've probably heard the expression about something happening when pigs fly, meaning it's impossible, it'll never occur. Well, a family I know would disagree. They are proving that sometimes the most impossible things are exactly what the world needs most.
Here you go. Oh, 6.
Sometimes the people who've lost the most give the most.
Oh no, 6 green.
That can certainly be said about the Hahn family.
Okay, I need 11, 9, or 5.
At their home in Darden Prairie, you can find joy, comfort,
That's not fair.
and one very unexpected theme. Flying pigs are everywhere. Perched, hanging, framed. What began as whimsy has taken flight.
There's a saying that goes, when pigs fly, as if it's a miracle.
So it's really a symbol of hope now for
New form.
Hope born from heartbreak. Because 16 years ago, this family learned that some gifts come wrapped in goodbye. Ryan Hahn was born on a snowy January day in 2009.
He actually came a few weeks early. He was a 34-week baby.
But soon after, Mom Jennifer, a nurse, knew something was terribly wrong.
It just seemed like he was just always working hard to breathe.
The name of the diagnosis was long, spinal muscular atrophy type 1. But the prognosis was short and cruel. There was nothing they could do except cherish the time they had.
We chose to not take, major interventions, and just let him be a little boy and let him stay with us as long as God allows.
Ryan would live exactly 6 months and 1 day. And when he passed away, Jennifer and Chris made a decision.
When you think about what families go through when you have a child with a terminal illness, you want to do whatever you can to prevent that from happening to somebody else.
That we wanted to contribute to raising awareness and funds.
So the Hahns started showing up, first at our MDA Telethon, then the MDA Muscle Walks. And slowly, step by step, grief began walking hand in hand with purpose.
You're in a place where you don't have to explain it per se. People have been through similar stuff. Everybody's got their own story, but everybody just kind of gets it.
They found community, and then they built one. In 2018, they started the Flying Pigs Foundation, transforming a personal symbol into a public mission. Their signature fundraiser, a night at the races. A sellout event that brings nearly 300 people together each year and has raised over $100,000.
We get to sell t-shirts, we get to have horse races, we get to have raffles.
And giving back is a family affair. Their kids, Charlotte and Grant, help with everything from setup to cleanup. But they're also preparing for the biggest races of their own lives.
Rookie card signed by Paul Goldschmidt.
Grant is getting ready to start high school. He's an athlete with a heart as big as his game.
It's gonna make me cry, but I've always said he's loved me enough for both of my boys. What are you most proud of?
And Charlotte?
Spirit So Odd was.
Oh, yeah.
She's getting ready for college, which is its own kind of miracle. After being born with a brain disorder, doctors said might keep her from walking or talking.
What do you think you're going to study?
I want to study creative writing.
And now the impossible has become inevitable.
Oh, wow. That was fast.
When Ryan was diagnosed, there was no hope. Today, thanks to breakthroughs in research funded by families like the Hahns, children with type 1 SMA aren't just surviving, they're soaring.
There we go.
It takes my breath away, really, and it leaves me speechless.
That's why the flying pigs still fly. Because what began as a memorial to one little boy has become a movement that's giving other children wings.
If you just look around this house, there are flying pigs everywhere. There's pictures of Ryan on the wall. He's still a part of our family. He is present in this home.
Ryan left too soon, but love, that has no expiration date.
Roll 2 or a 12.
And sometimes when love takes flight, it carries hope on its wings for everyone it touches.
Farm, we are joined by the Hahn family. We've got Jennifer and Chris and Grant and Charlotte. Thank you, as always, for coming. I just want to talk a little bit more about why you guys, even in your pain, decided to give back to
the Muscular Dystrophy Association and to be at places like this tonight.
Yeah, so when we're here, we just are joined by a group of people who are all here for the same reason, and that's to give hope to the families that need it the most.
It is amazing how much you guys have done with the Flying Pigs Foundation. How did that all start, Jennifer?
You know, we started just with, it grew in our family. You know, when we were thinking about Ryan and how wonderful and special he was to us, when we wanted to share the hope that we had for him with other people, that's how the Flying Pigs came about.
And it becomes a family affair. Grant, you were telling me when you have your night at the races, you guys are pretty busy, aren't you?
We are always very busy. It's a fun event, and everyone's invited.
Everybody has a good time. Now, Charlotte just went to college 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
How did Mama do with that?
You know, when she was happy, I was happy. So, you know, once she sort of got into a rhythm, things really got, you know, we were happy about how she was doing there. We didn't even think she was going to get to come tonight, so we're really excited that she's here.
She made the trip special
Yes,
for us.
yes.
How did Dad do with his daughter, his little girl, going off to college?
I would agree. As long as she's happy and having a good time, you know, we're always a little nervous, but I think every parent is, you know. So glad she's doing well.
And Charlotte, how's it going so far in college?
It's going good.
It's going good? You're enjoying
Yeah.
it? You're at Missouri State in Springfield? All right, so I guess my next question is, there are people watching tonight, they just saw your story. What would you tell them as the reason that they should call in tonight and make a donation to the Muscular Dystrophy Association?
I think that what we can really attest to is that the money really has made a difference, especially for individuals with SMA. And you know, it wasn't in the cards for our family to reap the benefits of that, but we know that that hope is there, and we've seen how much it has changed the lives of other families, especially those with SMA, but there's so many neuromuscular diseases, and they're just waiting for, you know, that same wonderful, magical breakthrough that they've had with SMA.
Well, it's because of people like you who keep giving and making money that the research is there. Now there's a drug for people with SMA type 1, and these kids are living wonderful lives. Ryan didn't have that chance, but you guys keep giving back, and we thank you so much for being here tonight, and it's just an honor to know you. Thank you guys very much. And, oh, we've got a Flying Pigs. Oh, wait. We've got a Flying Pigs check for $30,000. We didn't want to forget that. How about that? How about a big round of applause? Thanks, guys. Thanks very much. Let's send it to Anne.
$30,000. Unbelievable.
That's fantastic.
It's so good to see the Hahn family. They come and support every single year at the Telethon. And some people face muscular dystrophy with quiet courage. Others turn that courage into a mission. Next on the Show of Strength, we profile an MDA advocate who is proving that strength isn't only measured in muscle.
I want people to know that neuromuscular disease is a disease that can be progressive for some people, but also it doesn't define us. We live with these diseases, but we are so much more capable, and we have so much talent that we can share with the world, and we can do things anybody else can do. It's okay to be different. It's great to be different. Just because you have a condition doesn't mean you have to stop living life. And we're a tight-knit community who love each other and who love to help other people, most importantly. My hope for the future for people living with neuromuscular disease and myself is that maybe one day we'll have cures and treatments for us, but just that we still all have a community and that we all still stay in contact and we help as much as we can. MDA has done so much for me and my family. I was diagnosed by the age of 6 with my condition, and just to give back to a community that's given me so much means the world to me, and I would do anything for MDA because they've done so much for me.
And time now for another important member of the team, someone who has been helping out in the telethon for many, many years. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell back on the 5 on Your Side studio. And Scott, I know this is something that's very near and dear to your heart.
Yes, it is. One of my friends has ALS from college. You will hear more about her story in just a little bit. But right now, let's talk about genes for a moment. And no, not the denim kind. We're talking about the microscopic blueprints that make you Well, you. These tiny units of heredity determine everything from our eye colors to our height. But here's what's truly remarkable. Genes are like coded messages, and scientists, supported by MDA, have discovered a way to hack that code. Now, they figured out how to prompt the body to read those genetic instructions differently than nature originally intended. So why does that matter? Because it could mean stopping muscle diseases before they actually start by blocking the genes that pass them from one generation to the next. It's like rewriting the script before the story begins. Now, this research is happening right now, and it's bringing us closer to a future where muscular dystrophy might one day be a thing of the past. But breakthroughs like this don't happen without support. And this is where you come in tonight. Your support can help keep this vital work going. Even a small contribution can make a huge difference. So if you can, please text DONATE to 314-425-5355. Together we can help write a new chapter in the fight against muscular dystrophy. And we thank you for being a part of this incredible journey. And Mike, thanks for having me back here again tonight. Of course, it's, this is a special night for so many people.
It really is, and St. Louis always comes through, and you always come through for us, Scott, so thanks for being here. He does it year after year. And every year it's our hope that we don't have to come back and do this show next year, that somehow, some way, doctors and researchers will find a cure. We're not there yet, but we've got some exciting news. Just a few minutes ago, you met the Hahn family who lost their son Ryan to a disease called spinal muscular atrophy. Well, thanks in part to your donations, there is a new treatment for spinal muscular atrophy type 1 that is changing everything. This new treatment means hope for so many, including a local family from Villa Ridge.
About 45 minutes southwest of St. Louis, the landscape seems to unfold without limitations.
Yes, we're a ways out of town.
And calling this place home is a 4-year-old girl with a spirit that knows no limitations.
Go, go, go! God, you're it!
Unwavering exuberance.
One
Big
more.
kick, big
Big
kick.
kick.
A kid that, for being a COVID baby, knows no strangers. Everybody's a friend. Oh, which side do you want to go down?
Kenzie Graves' life is a playground of possibilities.
Count us down.
But it's also a reminder of the preciousness of every precious moment. When Kenzie was born, she was whisked away to the neonatal intensive care unit. A few days later, doctors delivered devastating news. The diagnosis? A disorder called spinal muscular atrophy.
It was overwhelming. You're looking at this paper and looking at the child in front of you and reading about this disease, and it's surreal. You don't believe it.
This is Apple Tree Farm.
SMA affects the nerve cells that control muscle movement.
Every day, Poppy takes her
Because the muscles don't respond to the usual signals, they weaken and shrink.
Hey, don't take one in mine.
Oh.
And Kenzie has the most severe form, type 1.
Hope and pray that everything's going to be normal and normal kid, and you're going to do all these things and teach them all these things, and then now all of a sudden they tell you that she might not live to be 2.
Until just a few years ago, this diagnosis would have been a death sentence. But now there is hope. Doctors told the Graves about a new treatment called Zolgensma.
We went into that meeting not knowing what to do. We went out saying, okay, I think we're going to be okay.
You like Peppa? Yeah.
Zolgensma, discovered through research funded in part by the Muscular Dystrophy Association,
Right, you gotta get it to fit right here though.
is given as a one-time infusion to children under the age of 2.
High five. Good job.
It was a gene therapy and essentially provided the gene that she was missing.
It's not a cure, but it's hope.
How is she doing?
Hey, come here.
Really, really well. I'd say beyond our wildest dreams, really. She eventually began walking at 21 months. She pretty closely hit most of your typical milestones.
Out. In.
When MDA was founded, there was barely a light at the end of the tunnel. Now, more than 70 years later, that light illuminates countless lives. And the mission endures to accelerate research, elevate care, and unite families.
MDA provided a community for us. They also provide resources and support.
So Kenzie's family lives every day with gratitude, forever indebted to the compassionate hearts that generously rallied behind MDA's purpose.
You're changing lives, like not even a little bit, like drastically. People like you gave my daughter life, like literally gave her life. Keep trying. There you go.
From limitations
There you go.
to liberation. One young girl inspiring hope for others on her journey of resilience.
And we're back live at Grant's Farm. The Grays family joins me now live. We've got Kenzie here. We've also got Sydney. We've got Cody. And we've got a new one.
Yeah, Rylan.
Hello. So how old are you? This is brand new, isn't it?
This is brand new. He is almost 8 months. Yeah.
You want a microphone, don't
Yes,
you?
he does.
So let's talk a little bit more about the Muscular Dystrophy Association and what they've done for you guys.
The Muscular Dystrophy Association has been an amazing support system for our family. They were there from the start of Kenzie's diagnosis. They helped raise money for the therapies that she received that saved her life. I mean, they're still here for us every day, just to provide a community and like-minded individuals. So
And when you get a diagnosis like that, it's really scary. But you guys got some good news pretty soon after you got the diagnosis about this new drug.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we were in the neurology office about a week after she was born, and they gave us the story of what her diagnosis was, and kind of the Google definition of it and everything. But they kind of didn't look at us and said, "But don't worry, because there's this new drug that just came out. It was less than 2 months being FDA approved from when she was born and received the treatment, and she received it at 28 days old, and I mean, we are where we are today because of that
And so how is Kenzie doing? I know she was telling me earlier she just started school a couple weeks ago.
Yes, she just started first grade, and she's been growing stronger every day. She's still doing incredibly well. We're thankful every year that passes. I mean, she's getting stronger. She's making lots of friends out there and out to spread the good news about these therapies.
All right, so Kenzie, you told me you were going to do a little jump for me. Can you do that for me? Let's see how high you can jump. Yeah, that was fantastic. Now can you do one more thing for me? Can you tell everybody out there to please call? Just say please call.
Please call.
Thank you so much. The Graves family, thank you so much. Let's send it back to Anne.
Thank you, Mike. And now to another important message from someone who knows all about how MDA makes a difference in people's lives.
I have been with the MDA for as long as I can remember. When I was first diagnosed at the age of 6 months old, the Muscular Dystrophy Association was there for my parents and helped us go through that journey of understanding what my diagnosis meant, what resources were there, and how could I grow up to be the young adult that I am now. I've always known that I have wanted to go into science, and for me that knowledge has been fueled by the fact that I want to cure my own disease. And so for me that's always been a guiding thread in my journey. I'll actually be starting my 3rd year now in my PhD in bioinformatics. And so for me it's really about how can I use my abilities to gain biological insight into things that are important for me. Getting to now see the progress with the FDA on legislation and on treatments has really shown me hope. And now we have all of this infrastructure there to help bring together and bring forward our community through the Muscular Dystrophy Association. I just think it's very important to stress, together as a community, we have the power to make a change.
And just a reminder, text the word donate to 314-425-5355 to make a donation. Your other option, just go to ksdk.com/donate. And once again, a local gym is doing their part for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. This past spring, they brought St. Louisans together in the rain outside Energizer Park to get active. We're talking about Burn Boot Camp. They are such a fantastic supporter of MDA. They held their 9th annual Be the Muscle event. They led a 45-minute workout session to raise money for MDA. And the boot camp owner says the event is all about being there for the community.
Well, it's really important to us at Burn Boot Camp to be a part of the community and have that local footprint and giving back, really honoring our strength and movement. And so when we can really be a part of that impact and come together for more strength, that's what it's all about, is just giving back and being a part of the community and honoring what our bodies can do.
And the wonderful workout community that Burn is, they beat their fundraising goal. They have raised, this is unbelievable, more than $200,000 just since 2018. We're gonna have more on Burn Boot Camp a little bit later tonight. Such a vital part of the care, and you saw on the screen there's 150 plus of these care centers. We are lucky enough to have an incredible care center right here in St. Louis. Let's send it back to Rene and Kelly at the Star Wall.
Why, thank you, Ann. Before we get to the Star Wall, I do want to say something. Back when I was just a little kid, the MDA Telethon, the Labor Day Telethon with Jerry Lewis, was the biggest thing.
Yes.
You stay up all day long and watching it. Well, things have changed over the course of time. But one guy right here in our town, a part of our team, is keeping this alive in St. Louis, and that is so vital for so many families. And that guy is Mike Bush. Mike Bush on his own is really pushing to make sure that these people are taken care of, that advances are being made in medications. And the guy's a saint, truly is a saint. And what he needs, though, tonight is your help in his mission to help the MDA.
And you see the stories that we are doing and the families that have been affected, and the families like the little girl that we just saw who is thriving thanks to medical research. We have an MDA clinic right here in St. Louis, and the amazing team of doctors and researchers and scientists who are making such strides.
Well, the Make-A-Wish Foundation is also making her little wish come true. In a week from now, she's going to be off to Disney World with her family for a week, enjoying it. So here's how you can help us. You can help us by doing 3 different donations tonight. $500 gets you a
gold star.
$250 gets you
silver.
And blue.
$100.
There you go. Show us what we've got up on the wall.
Okay, so I want to read some of these names because we appreciate all of the donations tonight. We have a silver star from Sherry Crane, blue star Ed Gent, Terry okay, Terry, thank you.
Terry's got a
Philip
name.
Murphy, silver. Stephen Toth, blue. Skip Weber, thank you, gold star. Sharon Holtmeyer, blue star. Burn Boot Camp, yes, $500 donation. Ed Gent, he gave us $100. The Bush family, $500 donation, gold star. And John Rodis gave us a $100 donation. We need to fill this Star Wall tonight. And it's so easy because all you have to do is
phone
call
number
314-425-5355 or visit ksdk.com/donation. All the money stays right here for the people that we know, our community.
Yeah, let's make this a galaxy first. Let's toss it back over to Mike Bush right now. Mike?
Rene, thank you. This hour of the telethon is generously sponsored by Simon Law. Simon Law is a personal injury and business litigation firm based here in St. Louis that's committed to giving back to the community. It's called home for more than 2 decades. Simon Law, where cases become causes. Cases become causes. All right. I think my mic is getting a little askew. All right. Now, I'd like to have you meet another very special family. The Zoll family story began like many others, with the excitement of expecting a child and the anticipation of learning whether they'd be welcoming a boy or a girl. But during what should have been a routine gender reveal, the Zolls received news that would change their lives forever.
In a town where time seems to slow down, one family's race against it is just beginning. Welcome to Augusta, Missouri, where neighbors know each other by name and life moves at a leisurely pace.
It really is about 100 people that they like to take care of each other.
Yeah, you got it.
For the Zoll family, that sense of community became a lifeline when their 3-year-old son Rory was born.
Good job. I think you're getting faster at this puzzle.
Rory is a character. He is smart, he's funny, he's intuitive. Is it a green giraffe?
No, bronchiosaurus.
A bronchiosaurus.
But behind Rory's infectious personality lies a diagnosis that rewrote their family story.
We were just waiting to hear boy or girl, and then we heard that it was a boy, but then you could tell that her tone changed and she got a little bit more serious.
The Zolls were confronted with some unfamiliar, scary words. Duchenne muscular dystrophy, a progressive genetic disorder that causes muscles to weaken over time. After that diagnosis, fear cast a long shadow.
It was just we were going to live in misery, just that all the things you see, that was going to happen right away. And I didn't have hope. So I was in a dark place.
But in their darkest hour, the Zolls discovered they were not alone. The Muscular Dystrophy Association stepped in, offering a beacon of support and optimism.
They were like, other families are like yours, and that is how we were able to join groups and reach out to other families going through what we were going through. They connect to this one.
Now, with MDA's help, Rory is part of a clinical trial.
Cool. That's a big, long train.
That could rewrite the future for children with Duchenne.
Yeah, you pick it up. I think about the future now. I see Rory doing all the things we had dreamed for him to do.
I can see the cure in my lifetime. I can really see, and I hope that it's around the corner.
In Augusta, where time seems to stand still,
bye, Dad, and is on his way.
The Zolls race forward now with newfound optimism.
Rory, Rory, Rory.
Reminding us that in a world that often rushes by, true progress is measured not in leaps and bounds, but in hope and the celebration of every small step.
The MDA has meant everything to us.
And Team Rory joins me now. We are here with these folks, the Zoll family. Danny, Amanda is here, Rory. I'm telling you, and I don't want to forget,
Lainey,
the cutest little girl I've ever seen in my whole life. Look at those blue eyes. So let's talk a little bit about what MDA has meant to you.
Yeah. So MDA has done a great job giving us resources, support, bringing families together like ours for moments like this, but knowing we're not alone.
And that community is so important, isn't it?
Oh yes, it is. Yep, having the support behind our backs, knowing that we're not in this alone, and having everybody there to support us, and wear the Team Rory shirts and donate.
And one of the things I know about your family is when I saw you at the MDA Walk this year, you had a big group of family and friends with you, and that support must mean a whole lot too.
Yes, it does, and we hope to get bigger and bigger every year to have everybody supporting our Rory.
And so tell me about Rory and how he's doing.
He's doing great. He's doing good. He's taking a daily steroid now that's really been helping him, and we're just growing and being a good typical boy.
He's a boy,
Yeah,
yes. So if someone's out there and they're thinking about making a phone call, why should they call right now?
Because it could happen. Anybody just like me and you could have this situation occur, and everyone needs help.
Yes, it's definitely important to help
Support
everybody
each other.
here, support each other, and just be there.
And St. Louis always comes through. The Zoll family, as always, thank you very much for joining us. And here's an important message from someone you know.
Hi, I'm 5 on your side's Mercedes McKay. When we talk about MDA's fight against neuromuscular diseases, we're talking about an all-out war on more than 40 different diseases. 40-plus enemies makes for a tough fight, but with your help, MDA is making progress. In fact, this is MDA's 75th year, and scientists have had more breakthroughs in the last 5 years than the previous 70. Through these discoveries in medical care, we're helping people live longer and more independently than ever before. Through worldwide research, we're improving treatments and searching for cures. One day, we won't have to do this telethon. Please make a pledge for as much as you can afford. It's never been easier. Just text donate to 314-425-5355 or visit ksdk.com/donate.
Mercedes, thank you. And when parents welcome a new baby, they dream of all the first things, first steps, first words, endless possibilities. But when a child's born with muscular dystrophy, those dreams suddenly feel uncertain. And families are facing a maze of medical appointments and questions about what does this mean? What will my child's future look like? And that is exactly why MDA exists. They provide the research funding that's advancing treatments, the support services that help families navigate the daily challenges, answer those questions, and they provide that community that reminds every family, like you were just hearing from the family Mike just spoke to, they are not alone. Because every kid deserves to reach their full potential, and every family deserves hope.
What we remember most when Danny was born, a lot of joy when he was born, and then a little bit of panic. And we had to go through a lot of testing and just being in the hospital and not really knowing. When we first got Danny's diagnosis, what comes next? What do we do?
I had no idea really what it was or what that meant.
I picked up the phone and I called and I said, I need help. I don't know what to do. Somebody answered that phone and walked me through it and said, you know what, it's okay. Let's help you out. That meant the world. I think Danny's favorite event is Fill the Boot, where he gets to hang out with the firefighters. Is that right, Danny? Like to hang out with the firefighters? Yeah. We got to talk with them and share Danny's experience and how that helps. Last year was Danny's first time at the Muscular Dystrophy Association summer camp. He had a great time. He got to be with other kids just like him. Later on, we got to see some of the pictures of Danny zip lining. Okay, that's amazing.
It's important for other families to hear the story. You're not alone in this.
Our journey with MDA from picking up that phone and making that initial phone call has been phenomenal. And hopefully we can share and learn from one another's experiences.
And now here's a word from someone who makes their living every day using his muscles all the time in the National Football League.
I'm Naheem Hines, professional football player and proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy when I was 14, and I watched her struggle. But MDA helped her get the best treatments and care, and they also help kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before.
Your donation today means so much. MDA is leading innovation in research, care, and advocacy for the neuromuscular disease community. Visit the website on your screen to make a donation. Scan the QR code on your screen to make a donation. Thank you for tuning in today to hear the stories of our families, and thank you for your continued support of the MDA mission for all these years. Shout out to Mike Bush and the KSDK team for the years of dedication and commitment to our MDA families. As I always say, together we fight. Thank you, St. Louis.
And And speaking of the KSDK team, let's get back to the studio with Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell.
Hey, Ann, you know, for 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association has been committed to transforming the lives of people living with muscle diseases. So I have a little story, and, you know, we know St. Louis is a baseball town. A couple of years ago, two of my best friends from college came to town to see the Cardinals. Now, I bring this up because a little over 4 years ago, Kathy was diagnosed with ALS. Now, while traveling's a bit more of a challenge, we got her into Busch Stadium, and we had a great time. Last September, we met up with another one of our classmates in Chicago, then up to Milwaukee for another baseball trip. Kathy wanted a picture with Bob Uecker's statue in Milwaukee, all the way at the top of the stadium. She was determined, and you've seen that determination with others tonight at Grants Farm. Our little weather squad seizing the moment, and in Seattle, in 2 weeks, we're going to have more baseball there. So there's a bunch of research that crosses over from muscular dystrophy into ALS. And since its inception, MDA has committed more than $1 billion to accelerate the discovery of therapies and cures. So research they've supported is directly linked to life-changing therapies across multiple neuromuscular diseases. So right now, we need your help. I'll match the next 5 $100 donations as a way to honor Kathy. You can help us with our mission. Visit the link at the bottom of our screen or text donate to 425-5355. Give what you can. And Mike, Kathy became a grandmother this summer, and she is more determined than ever to keep up the fight.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing that, and good luck and have a great time on your baseball trip. We want to thank everyone watching our show of strength tonight. We're coming to you from one of the most beautiful and generous places in the St. Louis area. We're talking about, of course, Grants Farm. All right, let's talk a little bit about a very special day in St. Louis when families who face a rare disease diagnosis, that journey can feel overwhelming and isolating, but as you'll learn in our next story, sometimes the most powerful medicine is simply knowing you're not alone.
Good morning.
On this day in Forest Park, families gather not just to take steps together, but to take them for each other. They are here for the annual MDA Muscle Walk, drawn together by the common bond of an uncommon challenge.
Why are you here today?
To bring awareness for the disorder that my sister and I have.
Sarah Rapisardo and her sister Emily Stahl live with late-onset Tay-Sachs disease, which, among other symptoms, causes progressive muscle weakness.
Can you wave?
Events like this help fill a void that's existed since their diagnosis.
It is super important to me because living with such a rare disorder, it's awesome to find your community.
Tay-Sachs represents just one battle in the Muscular Dystrophy Association's fight against dozens of conditions.
So we actually cover 40-something different diseases, and within each of those, there are dozens of subtypes.
Ooh, can you high five Mike? Yeah.
For families like the Alessis, this community became a lifeline when 4-year-old Holden was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, just 9 months old.
We hope that someday, with all the money the Muscular Dystrophy Association raises and for research and treatment, that there will be better treatments available for him, and I dare to say, a cure.
Go, buddy.
For Amber, these gatherings transform isolation into connection.
It was so much fun. Thank you.
It means so much. I mean, it's really great to see people come together for one thing that is so personal to me.
Let's help make this a great morning.
The timing of this year's walk is significant. It marks MDA's 75th anniversary, and the progress has been profound.
In the past 10 years, we have had 20 different drugs come to fruition, which is more than the 50 years before.
For the Zoll family, that progress translates to hope.
Look, smile.
Something they needed when little Rory was also diagnosed with Duchenne dystrophy, a progressive muscle-wasting disease primarily affecting boys.
Well, it lets us know that we're not alone and that we see all the support and all the love and all the fight to cure these diseases.
And then it was time to put all those feelings into motion.
3, 2, 1, let's do it!
We're together.
They came to walk for research and awareness. But what they really proved is that the most important steps in any journey are the ones you don't take alone.
You just have to stay positive and keep going. I mean, there are hard days, but then you have to just keep going on.
And if you ever need a friend, you know I'll be there till the end. No matter what's yet to come, we're together, braving the storm. You won't be alone.
And our MDA ambassador, Emily Stahl, joins us now live here at Grants Farm with a special guest. Who do you have with you?
This is my niece, Elizabeth.
Well, thank you for joining us, Elizabeth. So, Emily, when you talk about MDA,
Yes.
let's just discuss what it means to you on this journey.
For me, I was diagnosed later in life, so MDA has become a community, it's become a second family, and it's a place for researching and hopefully finding a cure one day.
Give me an idea when you're diagnosed later in life.
Yeah.
What happens and how long does it take to get that diagnosis?
So my older sister was diagnosed first in her early 20s, so we both have late onset Tay-Sachs, and my diagnosis came a little bit easier since we knew that she had something. And I got tested and I was confirmed in 2016. But having it later in life, I never went to summer camp, but then I was able to talk to the older summer campers about going to college and getting a degree while having a disorder. So it still changes your life.
But the community that we saw at the MDA walk, that's just part of what keeps you going, right?
Oh, for sure. The connections and everything have been awesome.
All right, so I want you to help me do this.
Yeah.
We've got our first tote of the evening.
Awesome.
Let's go ahead and roll it. Roll that first tote. Okay. And let's see what we did. So far, we're getting started. $43,820. That's a good start. We still got a ways to go. Emily, thank you so much for joining us. Let's go to Rennie and Kelly. Let's make some money, guys.
Yes, and we are making more money because we have another donation from Simon Law Group for $5,000.
Whoa.
Yes.
Give it up.
And we have Jared Nixon from Simon Law Group here. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you. This is an incredible event.
Oh, well, we appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. Can you tell us what inspired your company to support MDA?
You know, it's just a great event to see. It's an organization that really, you see tangible effects. You see, I was just talking to someone about how there's new gene replacement therapies that are changing people's lives, and there's, you know, camps and activities that, you know, this organization really gets things done with the money.
You know, we have gone through a lot in the city of St. Louis lately with the weather and things like this. But what does it mean to your company to know that the donation tonight is going to stay in St. Louis and help the people fighting in St. Louis?
It's, you know, it's great. It's great to be involved in the community and to see things happening here because, you know, it's a region that we care about deeply and we want to see things happen here.
We're so happy that you guys are able to make the donation. That's huge. $5,000, nothing to sneeze at.
Hey.
Absolutely not.
You know, and thank you guys for hosting it. You're making it happen.
Okay, you want to put a challenge out to possibly other companies? To, if they are watching tonight, if you want to give them a challenge?
You know, I would match us. Let's see what we got. Come on, St. Louis. I know other companies can get involved.
I think that sounds pretty good to me. All right.
Sounds like a good challenge to me.
Simon Law Firm says, put up or shut up. You want to hear it right now. Remember, we've got 3 levels on the wall. We've got 500, 250, and 100. Let's get our galaxy going. Let's get things over to Anne Allred right now. Anne?
Thank you, Rennie and Kelly. Let's talk about ALS for a moment. That's a difficult subject, but it rings true tonight. ALS, it's devastating. It's a disease that robs people of their ability to move, to speak, and eventually they are unable to breathe. It is a relentless opponent. It's claimed far too many lives, but even in the face of such a formidable foe, hope persists. Here's Mike Bush with a look back at two people who refused to let ALS have the final say.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. I might have been given a bad grade, but I've got an awful lot to live for.
In the shadow of an unforgiving illness, a legacy of hope and determination emerged, forever altering the course of ALS research and support. 85 years ago, the indomitable spirit of Lou Gehrig, a legend lost too soon at 37 to ALS, inspired a movement. It was his courageous battle that led his widow, Eleanor Gehrig, to partner with the Muscular Dystrophy Association, MDA, marking the beginning of an unparalleled legacy in the fight against ALS. From the moment of their founding in June of 1950, MDA embarked on a mission fueled by a deep commitment to unravel the mysteries of neuromuscular diseases. Eleanor Gehrig's direct involvement with MDA set a course for decades of dedicated advocacy and support, marking a cornerstone in the fight against ALS. Her role as MDA's national campaign chairperson was a testament to her commitment to change the future of ALS. Today, guided by Lou and Eleanor Gehrig's legacy, MDA continues to champion hope and progress for the ALS community, funding research that is bringing promising new treatments to market, including gene therapy. They're providing an unparalleled level of access to resources and care that strengthen and championing public policy that brings the voice of the ALS community directly to the people making today's legislative and regulatory decisions. The heart of MDA's mission is about more than just fighting neuromuscular diseases. It's about supporting families and building a community anchored in courage and care, a vision Eleanor Gehrig laid the foundation for so many years ago.
From the baseball diamond to the front lines of medical research, the Gehrig's legacy has been a beacon of hope for countless families affected by ALS, and your donations can help those families. Again, it's simple. Text donate to 314-425-5355. You can also go to ksdk.com/donate.
Live from Grants Farm, it's the 2025 Show of Strength, a telethon to benefit the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And here's your host, Mike Bush.
And we're back live at Grants Farm, and you heard Anne talk about Lou Gehrig, and remember Lou Gehrig said, "I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth." That's despite his diagnosis. Well, a local man had something in common with Lou Gehrig. He also felt lucky, even though he had that same terrible disease.
Chip, beautiful day.
Clark, come here. Come here, buddy.
To the Thyers, family is not an important thing, it's everything.
I'm finding out that our family is kind of rare.
I think it's always supposed to be 7. Wasn't it supposed to be 76 today?
On any given Sunday, you might find 40 or 50 people at this house in Bunker Hill, Illinois.
Daddy, you want to give Papa a drink?
On a holiday, it might be double that.
Some people call it chaos, we call it family, so.
Cindy and John Thayer got married when they were teenagers, and they had 8 kids.
They were determined to raise the 8 of us and make sure we were all had everything we need and successful.
45 years later, there are 25 grandkids with 2 great-grandchildren on the way. But now this circle of strength is facing its greatest test. Just a few months ago, doctors gave John, the family patriarch, a diagnosis of 3 letters that should never go together: ALS.
I literally hit the floor. I think I was to my knees. It's hard to believe. Here, okay, and I gotta get his glasses.
Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, is a deadly neurological disease that affects muscle movement. You lose your ability to walk, to chew, even to breathe.
Just like exercises.
He's been on a breathing machine 24/7 since about March. No longer can use his arms, legs,
I don't have it flushed.
Ask him and John will tell you that in one way, he's actually grateful.
Oh, thank God it wasn't my family. One of my kids or my grandkids. That's really how I dealt with it. I don't challenge the disease. That's my path.
Oh, I gotta sit you up. So you ready?
Relying on others doesn't come easy for this long-time over-the-road trucker.
Damn, I had to put the gate bills on.
But everybody in the family is now a caregiver.
This is my new legs.
There we go. That's how you get around.
And I said, when I want to take care of you, Dad, don't tell me no. Don't. Maybe that's how I deal with it. So just let me do that. And he said, okay.
There you go.
Instead of counting the days, the Thyers are determined to make every day count.
Give me kisses, Claire Bear.
Which is why they say they're grateful to the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
Oh, good girl.
They helped line us up and show us where to go and what to do. We'd be lost without them.
So hungry, and I'm not eating.
Never has a large, loving family been more important.
I may be the richest guy on the face of the earth. I made out Bill Gates for sure.
John Thayer is on a path no one should ever have to take.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you so much.
You too, baby.
But he won't be walking it alone. Unfortunately, shortly after doing that piece a few years ago, we lost John. That's the thing with ALS. It's deadly and there is no cure. So we have to keep working to find one. And the Thayer family wants to find one. They're here strong tonight. And Angie's going to do the talking because you've got a big group here. And you and I were talking before we went on the air about what the MDA kind of means to your family and why it's so important for people to donate.
Well, when you're faced, as you stated, with a disease that is terminal 100% of the time, we knew that Dad's fate was unavoidable. However, with the MDA, you can springboard or ignite a catalyst of hope for other people through like donations, through research, through the medications, treatment options, availability, making it available. So the MDA for us is something that we come to after the fact. It's been a century and a half.
Yeah.
The fight needs to continue.
Yeah. And the fact that you're out here and showing your support long after John's death is just amazing. You always come through for MDA. You're always here strong. And this community, I know, means a lot to you.
Oh, absolutely. And it did to my dad as well. We had addressed it last year. What the last thing I did, and I just was watch the MDA telethon with myself and my daughter over there. And my dad just had this calmness come over him, and then he had a talk with me, and amidst it he was like, the community, all this stays local. He was just so impressed, and he said, Angela, do you understand that there's people who lose their voices? You know what my fate is. It can't die there. So the fight begins there.
Fight continues.
Yes.
Thayer family, it's always great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate it. It means a lot that you are here. It's very simple. You can text right now, just 314-425-5355. We'll send you a text and you can donate, or go to ksdk.com/donate. ksdk.com/donate. Anne.
For decades, Mike, you've seen them at busy intersections and street corners. Firefighters with boots in hand asking for your support. You've probably heard of this tradition known as Fill the Boot. It's been a cornerstone of firefighter charity for over 60 years, over 70 years now. Each year, nearly 100,000 firefighters nationwide step off their trucks and onto the streets for the cause. Their efforts have been nothing short of extraordinary. raising more than $20 million for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. The impact of these funds cannot be overstated. $20 million. Firefighters have been instrumental in advancing muscular dystrophy research. And in recent years, their contributions have helped push promising new treatments from the lab to FDA approval, offering hope to thousands of patients and their families. Matt Coppin is with me. You are with us every year here at Grants Farm. We are so lucky to have all of these firefighters, not only locally, but across the nation, participate. Of course, you're with Metro West. First, tell me, you personally, the connection to MDA.
I started volunteering at MDA summer camp right out of college. I didn't have a job yet, and it seemed like the right thing to do. And then 20 years later, I was still volunteering at camp. So I got to meet a lot of great kids, a lot of great families, all with the common thread of having muscular dystrophy or being impacted by muscular dystrophy. It's just an exceptional group of people. I think it makes whatever's bothering me in my life seem so small when I see these kids that have these challenges and they don't let it set them back.
Let's talk about camp quickly, because it's hard to capture the essence in words of camp. But what's your role at camp, and how can you explain to people just how magical it is for these kids, this 1 week they get? And the families get a break too during that time, which they need, and it's important.
Right. So if you remember as a kid, maybe like getting off the bus for that last day of school and just that euphoria and that feeling, that's camp the entire week, right? And so it's a chance for mom and dad to kind of get away and have some time together. But for a lot of kids with muscular dystrophy, they're always with mom or dad or grandma or grandpa. There's always somebody there with them to care for them. So it gives them this great sense of independence. It allows them to cut loose a little bit, tell that joke that they might not tell with mom in the room, but they're comfortable in a room full of 12-year-old boys to kind of tell that joke.
All right, and quickly, you're going to have Fill the Boot coming up on what days and where?
Yeah, so Metro West will be collecting on September 2nd, 10th, and 13th. We'll be at the Dearborn store in Ellisville and Wildwood, so come on out.
Matt, thank you so much. And joining me now is Kenny Young and Mike Weir with the National Association of Letter Carriers. Thank you for joining us. Tell people about the storied history between your organization and MDA.
Yeah, I'll start that off. We started back in 1952 with Jerry Lewis. We were the first national organization to sign on with him, with MDA. And we've been doing it for 73 years since that time. You guys, of course, have been around for 75. But we've done everything we possibly can do. We've done all kinds of different events and raised all kinds of money over the years. We had well, Mike Bush can tell you about him, but we had Gus Frank, who was our coordinator, our MDA coordinator for the branch for many, many years. He did it for about almost 40 years, and then he turned it over to me. And we're just proud to be able to do it. We really love doing it for MDA.
And why MDA, and how are you raising the money?
We raise it by having different events, okay? And for many years before COVID hit, we would have like one event almost every month. And this one's the bass tournament that we're going to give you the check for today. We got a golf tournament in October, but we used to do a bowling tournament, and we used to do trivia night. We used to do just all kinds of different things.
You're covering all the bases. Sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of work. All right, let's quickly show this check, though, if we may.
Okay. Well, we had a bass tournament for our 29th year at Red Oak Resort at Lake of the Ozarks in Camdenton. And for For the last 24 years we've been there. We're getting ready to do our 30th year, and we're hoping to get near 250,000. But this year we just raised $10,000 to give muscular dystrophy, getting us to 233,000. And I've got a whole bunch of people to thank, very important people. So again, it takes a crew to get this done, but they're volunteers, you know, anywhere from the resort owner, Mr. Reinhold, to Joe Barbaglia of Columbia Auto. I've got friends, retired guys, carriers. I mean, it takes a lot of work. We need all the donations.
Thank you so much. This is incredible. We appreciate it. All right, time to see the stars come out. Kelly, Rennie.
All right, Ann. Hey, right now everybody's watching a drone show here at Grants Farm. The sky is lit up beautifully right now. Well, we want to light up the sky behind us. This is our star wall of donations. Kelly?
Yes, and we have, the wall is growing, the galaxy is growing. Linda Buchlas, thank you so much. Charles Dale Dirks. We have a $250 donation. Karen Wagner, thank you so much. A $100 donation. James Gain. Todd Waldrum, $500. Chad Nicholas, I'm sorry, $250. And Ivan Taylor, a $100 donation. You know, a little goes a long way, but $100, $250, and $500 donations really add up.
Yeah.
All you have to do is call 314-425-5355. All you have to do is text that number or ksdk.com/donate. Yes.
Yeah. So let's get it done, folks. Come on now. We need your help. This is a night all about St. Louis, helping St. Louis. Mike?
Rennie, Kelly, thank you. This hour of the telethon sponsored generously by Simon Law Group. And we want to thank Simon Law Group, Christine Byers, and Jerry Nixon for joining us. We do appreciate their support. Okay, now to a very special moment. Not just for the show of strength, but for me personally. As you know, I've been doing this telethon for a long time, and I've been able to meet some of the most amazing families. In just a sec, I'm going to introduce you to one of those families. But first, I want to take you back about 20 years so you can get to know a little girl who is just pure sunshine.
Where, oh, where is Teddy Bear?
This first grade classroom has been touched by an angel.
Go to sleep, Teddy Bear.
Morgan Fritz is just like the other 6-year-olds at Warren Elementary in St. Peters, except she's in a standing wheelchair.
You know, they're curious about Morgan, and she'll tell them, you know, I have weak muscles. I'm like, okay. They go with it.
Shortly after her first birthday, Morgan was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy, which causes muscles to weaken and waste away. But make no mistake, she's still going strong. This past year, Morgan not only spent a week away at the Muscular Dystrophy Association camp, this little girl was handed a big job.
Okay, everybody relax and look really happy. Great.
She was named the National Goodwill Ambassador for MDA, an enormous responsibility.
We are representing all the families out there. So, yeah, we understand that when we consider it every time we go out to say thank you.
What an honor it is that you get to go and meet these great people who are day in and day out, you know, doing fundraisers and filling the boot for you and for all your friends.
My daughter Morgan.
Morgan and her family have traveled all over the country, thanking people who raised money to find a cure for SMA and the other 40 neuromuscular diseases. And she's gotten to spend some time with MDA's national chairman and show business legend, Jerry Lewis.
What was he like?
He was funny.
He was funny? What did he do?
He made funny jokes.
All right, thanks for helping do this, kid.
No one raises more money for MDA than the firefighters, and they're especially close to the Fritz's heart. Morgan's dad is a firefighter.
We were just in Florida thanking those guys after 4 hurricanes that they went through. They still went back out in November and December, and collected $1.3 million.
My mom likes to drive a van.
When Morgan's not working for MDA, she loves to read and play games, just like any other little girl. But on occasion, she'll also talk to some friends that her parents can't see.
When Morgan was 2 and she woke up, she said, Mom, the angels were sleeping with me last night. And I'm like, the angels were sleeping with you last night? She goes, yeah, they were playing with me and while I was sleeping.
Do they talk to you?
Yeah.
What do they say?
A lot of things.
Like what?
They say that I'm gonna get better. That they're gonna find a cure.
The Fritzes say they believe in Morgan's angels, It would be impossible not to after meeting so many human angels this past year. They also believe that there will be a cure soon.
It would be wonderful to see her to walk someday. And if we can't get that, at least keep her as strong as she is, you know, and keep her. That's my main goal, is to keep her.
Oh, this is when the firefighters came.
So the work continues, thanks in no small part to little Morgan Fritz, an angel right here on Earth.
Okay, so now you need to fast forward a few years because this is Morgan, who I have not seen in a few years, and she's a young lady now. And you brought your boyfriend here, didn't you? What's his name?
His name is Chris.
Chris, thank you very much for joining us. And this is Morgan's dad, Ron Fritz, a now retired firefighter. You just retired just a few weeks ago, is that right?
Yeah, about a month ago, so kind of out of it now. I like it.
And you like it?
Yeah.
Tell me how this journey that Morgan has been on from childhood to now. She's clearly very strong. She's a photographer. I'm going to talk to her a little bit about that. Just kind of take me on that journey a little bit.
Well, you know, when we got her diagnosed, they were saying that she wasn't going to live to 14. We went to the MDA clinic, which this money helps support, and I highly recommend it for anyone who's just diagnosed. It's the only way to go. Anyway, through all the research, now she's on Spinraza, which has been doing great for her, as you can tell. She's not lost any function, strength's going on, and she's 26 years old.
It's unbelievable,
yeah.
Especially with that first diagnosis.
Correct.
And Morgan, to keep busy, I understand you are now a professional photographer, not weddings, but kind of what are some of the things that you shoot?
We do a lot of family photography, a lot of couples, newborns, and just a lot of everything else besides weddings. We've done a lot of maternity shoots lately, which has been a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun to get out into the community and meet new people, and it's been really great.
I just think it's so amazing to see you again. It's been a long time, but you are very, very special to me and very, very special to the St. Louis audience. And thank you so much for coming here. It means so much that you were here. And if you just want to tell people to please call, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, of course. I appreciate anything that you guys can donate. It helps out people like me and anybody younger who's coming up, and all the drug research that they do. It's just absolutely amazing. So any donation that you can make absolutely means the world to all of us, and I can't thank everyone who donates enough. And I can't thank you enough, Mike, for everything that you've done, for all the years that you've done it.
I can't thank you enough for coming here. You are a special lady, and thank you so much for coming. Thanks, guys. Let's send it to Anne.
Thank you, Mike. What a beautiful reunion. And now let's go to another story of perseverance. Even after more than 40 years of helping patients as a nurse, Renee Beaker isn't done making a difference. Diagnosed with a form of muscular dystrophy, she's now a powerful advocate for MDA and a shining example of strength and resilience.
When I was diagnosed back in 1986, it was at an MDA clinic at Johns Hopkins, and they had everybody there that I might have needed. So when I was lambasted with the news that I had muscular dystrophy, they knew the questions to ask so that I could process the information. So I'm very appreciative of what MDA and the clinics have done for me and our community as well. Because I don't have muscular strength, strength is character and a decision to do what I can to promote awareness of our needs in the neuromuscular community, sharing gifts. You know, I've been a nurse for 40 years, so I do have a good bit of knowledge on healthcare. It's my responsibility to demonstrate my strength, that I can't get up this sidewalk or I can't get this screening test done because the hospital doesn't have a standing mammography, or they can't put me on the exam table to do the colonoscopy. Those kinds of things, really promoting awareness. That's what strength is to me.
And And we've said it before, every contribution counts tonight, no matter how big, no matter how small. And with more on how donations help drive MDA's mission, let's get back to the studio and Scott Connell.
Well, MDA's mission isn't just about tackling one disease. It's this battle over 40 different neuromuscular conditions. It's a very complex challenge, but your support is powering remarkable progress. Every dollar that you donate fuels cutting-edge research and care right here in St. Louis. Because of you, people are living longer, stronger, and more independently than ever. From groundbreaking treatments to potential cures, your generosity is driving real change. We envision a future where these telethons are a thing of the past, and until that day comes, we're all in this together, and we're counting on you. Every contribution, big or small, moves us closer to that goal. Are you ready to make a difference? It's easy. Text DONATE to 314-425-5355 or ksdk.com/donate. Your gift today could be the key to someone's brighter tomorrow. Thanks for joining this vital fight. Mike, we will send it back out to Grants Farm.
Thanks very much. Having been a part of this telethon for so many years, I've witnessed both the challenges and triumphs in our fight against neuromuscular diseases. Some conditions like Duchenne muscular dystrophy can be devastating, but there's another side to that story, one of progress and hope. Thanks to your generous donations over the years, we've seen remarkable advancements. These breakthroughs are giving families more than just treatment options. They're providing hope for a better future. And hope is exactly what keeps one local family going.
As far as 10-year-old Dean Alessi is concerned,
That feel cool?
the best gift his parents ever gave him was his little brother.
That feel funny?
Dean has wanted a brother or sister since since he was like 3 or 4. It's just such a sweet thing to see the two of them interact with each other.
You put it on your head.
In this house, there's never an energy shortage.
Hey, buddy.
Even though Holden is just 17 months old,
Are you going looking for mommy?
he tries to always keep up with his big brother.
Have fun in that room.
From the time that he was just a little baby, a couple weeks old, we joked around how we shouldn't have named him Holden because you could never set him down.
Here, look.
This brotherly love is comforting for Mom and Dad
You just want mommy. All the time, mommy.
because their closeness today may be Holden's strength tomorrow. When Holden was just an infant, he fell ill on a family vacation.
He had a virus and just didn't seem to be getting better.
One test led to another, and then another, and then another, and finally a diagnosis.
We both just sobbed and burst into tears.
3 words changed the Alessi's life: Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
What did you know about Duchenne muscular dystrophy?
Not a lot. Honestly, I mean, I knew probably what 99% of other people tell you, Mike, is Jerry Lewis, Telethon, you know?
Push it, push, push.
Duchenne muscular dystrophy is a genetic disorder, typically in boys,
Oh, this is your brother's. Remember this one?
that causes the muscles to become weak.
Ready? Yay!
And it's progressive, meaning it gets worse as you get older.
I like catching that ball. It's so fun when mommy does it.
What scares you?
My son dying before me. I don't want to watch him get sick.
But with this family, Duchenne dystrophy is in for a fight. At the MDA walk in the spring, a group of friends and family called Holden's Heroes helped raise $10,000 for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And MDA is helping to fund some promising new drugs that actually rebuild muscle tissue.
I have to be hopeful. There's no other way to look at it. I can't scare myself into inaction or into just pretending like it's not there and like it doesn't exist. Like, I have to be hopeful. Are we gonna put the strawberries in with the graham crackers?
That's why around here, the day and the hour is always now.
There you go, bud. It's a good strawberry.
You know, honestly, Mike, I try not to focus too much on anything past today.
Baseball's time.
Okay, ready?
A little harder.
He doesn't know it yet,
Ready? Oh.
Yeah.
but there's one young boy who won't face his challenges alone
It's kind of cool.
because Big Brother is watching.
one of the most caring kids I've ever met.
And we're back live at Grants Farm with the Alessi family. Holden is here with his family. And guys, let's talk a little bit about MDA and what they mean to your family.
It means everything. We got a diagnosis really early on, and without the money that the Muscular Dystrophy Association raises, we wouldn't have a lot of the available treatments, and the things that we hear about on the horizon from his specialists are pretty amazing, so we're really excited about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of hope on the future. There's a lot of new drugs, 17 new drugs in 2025 alone. Can you talk a little bit about, though, because I see you at the walk every year, we see Holden's Heroes. Can you talk a little bit about what the community means coming together like that?
Yeah, through the years we've kind of gotten to know some of the people in the community, and it's really nice to have that support system where you get to know them, you get to know their children, you get to know the affected individuals, and it just makes you feel like you're not as alone as sometimes you think. Also, with the involvement of the MDA, we've gotten to stay in touch with a lot of the people on the committees, and it's great to have that support, because when we were new and he got diagnosed at first, you have nowhere to turn.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on, and we feel a lot more comfortable within the community lately.
And so, Amber, why should people call?
People should call because there's a lot of children like Holden and adults and teenagers and all kinds of people that need treatments and therapies and help and healing and community, and it all comes from organizations like the MDA.
And in a few minutes, we're going to see you throw out the first pitch at the Cardinal game. That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty
really
cool.
fun.
Holden, can you tell everybody to please call?
Sonic goes fast. Can you say please call?
Can you say please call? Good job. All right, let's send it to Anne. Oh, what? Let's check the tote first, Anne. Let's check the tote. Let's roll the tote, guys. You might like this. Next big number, 67,668. Congratulations. Thanks, guys, very much. All right, now let's send it to Anne. Oh, never mind. I'm barking up the wrong tree. All right. Now I want to introduce you to one of the most inspiring people I know, Sarah Schweigel. Watch this.
So we made the bathroom a little bit bigger.
On the grand tour of her new home,
Kitchen is spacious.
Sarah Schweigel's spirit lights up the walls with hope.
It's been a really amazing place to live.
For her entire life, she's turned the barriers of her diagnosis into mere stepping stones on her journey.
Mommy, I want a water balloon.
Sarah was born with SMA, spinal muscular atrophy, a disease that progressively weakens the muscles to the point that you can't even cough, which makes a common cold uncommonly frightening.
I spent a lot of time in Children's Hospital.
1, 2, 3, up you go.
But her childhood was transformed 1 week every summer at MDA camp.
When you are at MDA camp and you are surrounded by people who understand what you're going through, it's relaxing and you can let go and you feel free because you don't have to just be on guard and aware of how your disability makes you just slightly different.
What would you like to tell them?
Please call.
Through our local MDA Telethon broadcasts, we watched Sarah grow up. She'd be right by my side every Labor Day.
Jerry Lewis!
And then Sarah went national.
I told everyone at MDA that I think you're so adorable.
It was on the national MDA Telethon in 2001 that Jerry Lewis asked Sarah to be MDA's Goodwill Ambassador. That year, Sarah was the face of the fight, not just for St. Louis, but for the entire country. She says the opportunity helped shape the trajectory of her life.
It has really given me the opportunity to figure out who I am and learn how to be a public presence and advocate for people with and without disabilities to make sure that everyone gets equal access and treatment.
After earning a bachelor's degree from Maryville University and a master's from St. Louis U, her education continues this fall.
I'm getting ready to go back to school for my doctorate in occupational therapy, which is something I've wanted to do for a very, very long time.
My prayer was always that God keep her happy and give her work to do, and he listened.
And apparently, he's still listening. For the first time in years, Sarah is rekindling her passion for art, thanks to a new drug called Evrysdi.
I can move my arms so much more. I'm able to do art again. I can bake. I can set up my own meals now a little bit. It's really incredible just to have like 5% more independence.
The drug was funded in part from your donations to the Muscular Dystrophy Association. When she was born, girls with SMA were not expected to live past their teens. But Sarah recently celebrated her 30th birthday.
I am so thankful for everyone who has been alongside us in this fundraising effort and the fight for equal access. We can use technology and build communities that are welcoming and offer everyone what they need to thrive and survive.
Sarah Schwegel, defying limitations and becoming an inspiration to us all.
Once there was a man who couldn't stand.
A mom who couldn't wait.
A scientific community that said it couldn't be done.
And then you.
And then I.
And then we. Brought neuromuscular disease into screaming color.
For 75 years, our voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, we've pushed the science,
changed the laws,
raised the funds, shifted the narrative,
and transformed the reality of life with these diseases.
We've built communities together,
established the field of neuromuscular medicine, and made it thrive.
Call that legacy?
Call it impact.
Call it momentum. Just call it ours.
Because it's the generations of community heroes that give MDA the strength we have today.
And until that tomorrow, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Pretty amazing when you see the stories and you get the background to get a better understanding of what MDA is doing. A live shot right now high above Grant's Farm, and as you can see, quite a few people out here enjoying the festivities of the farm, and of course the band is playing on.
We have quite a few people out here. I want to go back to the story with Sarah Schwegel and how she is all grown up now. And as we do these telethons year after year, you see the families come out, and the kids are getting older and growing up and living their own lives. It is so inspiring. But that's all thanks to you with the money that is given and stays in our community so researchers can continue in the fight against MD.
So this day is really about two things. Determination. The determination for you, us, and all of us to be a part of the fight. It's also about hope, because when we lock into that fight and we do our donations, we bring hope to an entire community. And as we've seen with people growing up, it is working. It is making a difference. So what we need to do right now is to become a part of our Star Wall.
It's growing, Rennie.
It is growing. We've got 3 levels. The Gold Star, $500. The Silver Star, $250. The Blue Stars, $100. Look at this.
And we have a lot of stars. And as we say, you know, every dollar counts. But we would like to see some more gold stars. I wouldn't be mad at that. Would you, Rennie? Okay, Sherry Crane. We have a silver star. Thank you, Sherry, $250. Marcia Poe, $250. Look at this. Scott Connell.
Our own guy right there, $500 donation. We've got the Bush family over here. I believe that's Mike Bush. But we also have Claudia Bush, which is Mike's wife. She's doing the $100 with the Blue Star. But as you can see, we're growing a galaxy. And this galaxy is shining the light on St. Louis because it is making a difference in the fight for MDA right here on our side of the town, on our borders, and by all of us coming together, it's going to be one heck of a night.
Make that donation. The time is running out. 314-425-5355. Text us. We want to hear from you. Anne.
Kelly, Rene, thank you. And now we have a really important message from the CEO and president of MDA.
Hello, St. Louis. Mike, first things first, congratulations on your 40 years at KSDK, and thank you for the countless ways you've stood shoulder to shoulder with MDA families through the KSDK Telethon. Year after year, you've brought warmth, credibility, and heart to every broadcast. You don't just tell the story, you connect it to people's lives, and the people of St. Louis respond. To everyone watching, St. Louis has always been one of the most generous communities in the country. Because of you, MDA has been able to take bold steps that would have seemed unimaginable when this telethon first began here. Thanks to your generosity, there are now more than 20 FDA-approved treatments for neuromuscular disease, with more in the pipeline every year. We've built a national network of multidisciplinary care centers, launched programs to guide families through gene therapy, and created new ways for families to connect and elevate their voices. Mike, you've been a trusted partner in telling the story at every stage. You've introduced families, celebrated their milestones, and rallied this community to action. And to the people of St. Louis, you are the reason MDA can make the impossible possible. Your support has fueled research, delivered care, and given families hope they never imagined 75 years ago. So, Mike, thank you for lending your voice, your presence, and your heart to this mission for 40 years. And thank you, St. Louis, for proving again and again what generosity can achieve. We're just getting started, and together we will keep pushing forward until every family has the future they deserve.
And this hour of the Show of Strength is sponsored by Weber Chevrolet and the Weber family of dealerships. They have been supporters of MDA for many years, and we thank the entire Weber family and all employees for all that they do. And now here's an important message from a familiar face.
Hello, I'm 5 on your side's Brent Solomon. For 75 years now, the Muscular Dystrophy Association has been committed to transforming the lives of people with neuromuscular diseases. Now, part of that commitment are the MDA care centers. There are more than 150 of them all around our country, including one that is right here at Washington University's Center for Advanced Medicine. The Care Center Network offers tens of thousands of appointments each year for people living with neuromuscular diseases. They get a chance to work with doctors, nurses, and therapists who work hard to make patients' lives just a bit more comfortable. They also get to connect with other families and join a support system. These care centers exist only because of the support of people like you. If you want to help, it's never been easier. Text DONATE to 314-425-5355 or visit ksdk.com/donate. Every gift, no matter the size, truly makes a difference.
All right, one thing we all know is that our bodies are a miracle. All you have to do is watch an athlete, and you can see what happens when our muscles work right. It's a lot more complicated for someone with MD. That's why Burn Boot Camp, the gym that helps you build muscle, is muscling up for MDA.
Hello, 430. Let's get into those jumping jacks.
Good things come to those who sweat.
This is where you push yourself. You'll have 20 seconds to recover.
That's what they believe here at Burn Boot Camp in Kirkwood.
Squeezing that booty, good. Intentional movement. We focus on strength training and burst training, bringing women together and their families to become mentally, emotionally, and physically strong.
Find that pace and stick with it.
Chelsea Theodoropoulos owns all 4 Burn Boot Camp locations in the St. Louis area.
You're going to start strong, you're going to finish strong today.
And she believes in the notion that we are all stronger than our excuses.
Pushing it to the very end. You got it. You got it. What we do here on the floor and part of our culture is celebrating what our bodies can do. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go.
Celebrating our bodies even when you're like 11-year-old Brenna Beffa.
There you go.
And your body works a little differently. When Brenna was a little girl, her parents knew something wasn't quite right. After many trips to the doctor and dozens of tests, there was finally a diagnosis: a muscular dystrophy called mitochondrial myopathy.
My muscles are different. They work differently to where I can't run for a long period of time, like really fast.
Right. Mitochondrial myopathy causes muscle weakness, movement disorders, seizures, an array of other issues. But Brenna refuses to let the disease put a damper on her dreams.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A therapist.
What kind of therapist?
I haven't narrowed it down yet because I've done all types of therapy.
20 seconds in, you've got 20 left.
We all need help to achieve our dreams, and Burn Boot Camp is helping Brenna and kids like her.
There we go, Samantha.
They're raising the bar for giving to the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
2, 1.
We have raised over $1 million so far for the MDA, and it's a really important part of our organization.
MDA is as much a part of this gym as jumping jacks.
There we go, keep that body moving.
Looking at muscle mass.
In fact, the head trainer here in Kirkwood
Losing a little bit of fat at the same time, so
used to head up the local MDA office.
it's really amazing to be able to bring like my past life and then my current together for this event every year and still be able to see the MDA families and have that relationship. There we go. Good.
Disability doesn't have to be an obstacle to success.
Good job, Brenna.
So being able to see Brenna, look at her in the eyes and see the opportunity of helping her instill confidence and feel strong,
One more time.
it gives me purpose every single day.
Awesome job. Very nice.
4th round here, how can you challenge yourself?
As far as Brenna Beffa is concerned,
Take that deep breath and go.
Burn Boot Camp's workouts are always a tribute
You do not need that break today.
to the heart.
We've got 8.
I think it's very cool and very amazing that they help us.
3, 2, 1.
And speaking of working your muscles, what we have here are a bunch of power soccer players. You knew Sarah. We introduce you to her every year, and we showed you her a little while ago. And Sarah, just talk a little bit about power soccer and what it means to you and some of the other kids.
Yeah, so we first learned about power soccer at MDA camp, and it was just an amazing thing to be able to be in a chair and score a goal for the first time. I think that it's something everyone deserves to be able to do, and I hope that all of the people that are here tonight enjoy sports and can play soccer.
Yeah, and you don't have to stop playing sports just because you have a disability.
No, you don't. One of the best parts about soccer is that it's for everyone. So we have our youngest athletes are 5, and our oldest athletes are in their 70s, and everyone gets to be there, and everyone is able to have a good time and just be regular. Be normal for a day, right?
Right, exactly. All right, everybody needs, I'm going to bend down. Everybody introduce themselves. Go ahead, what's your name?
Ethan.
Nice to see you.
I'm Jenna.
Nice to see you. We know Kenzie.
Kenzie.
Say hi.
Sophia.
Sophia, who's a MDA Goodwill Ambassador. I don't know if I can get this far.
Archer.
Archer, okay. Thank you very much. Did I knock over the table? So, Sophia, if I'm asking people right now to call, why should they call? What is the reason they should call and give to MDA?
I mean, every single dollar counts. I mean, it's just even the $1 can go to so much, to either to summer camp or like just to build the communities that we have right now, because that community that you have with like everyone else, like you need that, and just to have that with you is more than anything. So to keep us going, keep us strong, to have all of that, the money and the, like, it could be everything.
And you know, that's why we continued to do the telethon after they stopped nationally, is because of the community.
Yes.
Explain what that community means, to know that you're not alone.
Yes. I mean, having, especially even just growing up, is like going from camp to going into an adult. You don't have anyone that really understands all the struggles you're going through, because you are, you know, growing up, you are getting a little bit weaker. So having someone that understands what your body is going through, what your mind is going through, having someone that you're able just to, you know, relay back and kind of just have like that fun, you know, chats too, but just to someone that could have those serious talks with, and kind of just going through, like, you just need that. And I mean, everyone needs that though.
I think these folks are going to recruit you to play a little power soccer.
I think so too.
I think they're off in recruiting. Okay, so guys, I want to show you something very special. We just showed a story about Burn Boot Camp, so maybe you guys can help me hold this up. Burn Boot Camp raised $53,201. How about that? You can't beat that. How about a big round of applause for those guys? All right, let's send it to Anne.
We love the Burn family, huge supporters every year, so thank you for all of the women who go to Burn and help our community. We're also proud to say we have another partner in our fight against muscle disease, the St. Louis Cardinals. You may remember little Holden Alisi, who you met earlier. He's been on the field, he got to meet Fred Bird, and they really hit it off. And yes, we're excited to tell you that we're getting help tonight from none other than the Cardinals and Cardinals Care, spotlighting MDA before a game this past week, and then they donated $5,000 to tonight's cause. So we want to thank Bill DeWitt and everybody with the Cardinals organization for remembering MDA, and because of them, we're adding $5,000 more to our tote board. So thank you, St. Louis Cardinals. Mike?
And speaking of generous people, we want to take some time to thank the amazing folks at Grant's Farm. They've been part of this mission for decades, and we couldn't ask for a better partner. And joining me now is the Director of Marketing and Events, Tara Sondag. Tara, we just want to thank you guys. Every time we come out here, you're kind, you're generous. Explain to me kind of Grant Farm's mission.
Our mission is to open up a space for people in the St. Louis area and beyond to come and experience just the amazing animal encounters, the wonderful courtyard. We have the tram ride. It's just about connecting the community, connecting people, and just having that really great experience and the lasting memories.
And every year that we call you and we ask you to be a part of this, you guys don't hesitate. You open up your hearts, you open up your doors, you open up this beautiful space. It just seems to be part of Grant's Farm's heart.
That you took the words out of my mouth. This is just so near and dear to our hearts. It's such a wonderful event, and to see the smiling faces and the families out tonight, it's wonderful, and we're so happy to support it. Thank you.
You've had some big crowds the last few days. This weather's been fantastic.
It has been fantastic, and summer nights, we just ended officially today with a very jam-packed house. It was great. The drone show. The drone show was amazing.
Well, please give our thanks to everybody at Grant's Farm. I'm telling you, every time I talk to my crew, everybody just raves about how wonderful you guys are, and we just so appreciate it very much.
Well, thank you. We love partnering with KSDK and the MDA. It's a wonderful partnership.
Tara, thank you very much. Well, Labor Day weekend is always a great time to experience Grant Farm. There's really something for everyone, so who doesn't love to go out and visit the baby goats? And then there's always, as we just talked about, summer nights at the farm. So once again, thank you very much, Tara. It's just been wonderful. We're running out of time, but you still have a chance to become a star on this telethon by getting on our star wall. So let's go back to Rennie and Kelly.
Yes, Mike, yes. We were told by our producer, Alexander, that we had to bring the energy, because this is like, you know, the guy in the corner talking you up for the big fight.
So we're gonna
the big fight tonight is against muscular dystrophy. So what we need you to do is come on, jab, you know, throw $250 out and you get what? Silver star.
Get a silver
boom,
star.
Boom, 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 boom. That's the $500 combo.
Yes.
And that gets you a gold star. And then, pow! $100 gets you the blue star. And look at our wall. We started out on our first hit with what, 4?
Yes. And now
look at this.
How many we've
got a bit of a galaxy that has grown here at Grant's Farm. We've got silver, we've got gold, we've got blue. We've got our own boss right here, Alicia, who did a donation of $500.
$500.
Thank you very much.
And we have one from a former Channel 5, Jennifer Feldman.
Yes.
And she did a $100 donation.
This wall is just incredible, folks. But what this wall represents all of you. And we have said that from the beginning of this telethon, is that we need your help. By all of us coming together, we're able to make this wall happen. By all of us coming together, we're able to advance the medications and everything else right here in the St. Louis area. It's not like this is going off all over the place. It's staying right here.
Yes, these aren't nameless, faceless people who you are helping and changing their lives. You know, the African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, the big thing now is community.
Yes.
And we are one big community.
Yes.
So $10 donation, $25 donation, a little goes a long way. And thanks to everyone who donated on the Star Wall.
Whatever you can do. Just as we said at the beginning, whatever you can do. You know, MDA stands for, Muscular Dystrophy Association. But I like to say MDA as the Making a Difference Association. So join the MDA today and make a difference, make things happen. Mike?
All right, Rennie, Kelly, thank you. Let me make sure my mic is still working. All right. So not too long ago, photojournalist Tom Stasiak and I drove out to Truesdale, Missouri to spend a little time with the Hayes family. Brandon Hayes is so very, very proud of his brother Jordan, who lived every day to the fullest despite having Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Making a difference for others has become the Hayes mantra, and this is their story.
We are in Truesdale, Missouri. This is our corporate headquarters for Hayes Food Systems. Right now we're at 15 employees, and what we do is we are the area developers for Chester's Fried Chicken. So anyone you would see in our 5-state territory that wants to do our fried chicken program has to go through us, and we sell them and service them. So Jordan was always an outgoing kid. He was a fun kid to be around. He was very affectionate with everybody. And, even through his later stages in life, he was always about his family. He was always wanting to make sure mom was okay, make sure dad was okay, his brothers, his family was okay. So he was diagnosed at age 8 with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. Jordan, even up till, 8, 9, 10 years old, yeah, he would stumble, he would be a little clumsy, but he was still active. Up until about when he started becoming, 20, 21 years old is when he was really starting to, you could really see the hard effects on him. I felt terrible because there was literally nothing we could do. And that's when we really my younger brother Matt and I finally came to the conclusion, like, we've got to do something. Like, we can't sit around and do nothing. Rain will fall, but tears will dry. So about 13 and a half years ago, we created the Jordan Hayes Foundation to help raise funds for muscular dystrophy. Our goal was not to just raise funds for the kids going to camp and to the families, but to help create awareness. I'm gonna wake up right here where you are. So our golf tournament this year, we've been using Bogey Hills Country Club as our host golf course for the last 12 years. They're phenomenal. We know them very, very well. Close personal connections there. We've been members there since the 80s. We usually raise right around $50,000 at the event, and all the money, which is still nice, is able to stay here in St. Louis at St. Louis MDA to help with research. Rain will fall, but tears will dry. A lot of people asked us after Jordan passed away, are you going to continue the foundation? Are you going to try and move away from it? And Jordan's still with us in spirit. We think about him every single day, and my family and I love being able to help. Yeah, it'd be great if Jordan was still here with us, but in the same token, there are other families out there just like us. We were very blessed. My parents had a successful business. We were able to give Jordan whatever he needed to help him out, get through this, and just have a fun life as a kid. And there are a lot of other families out there that aren't like that. It's a struggle for them, and we get it. So we want to continue to be able to help other families and keep, still to this day, the awareness I don't think is out there like it is with other diseases. We want to be one of those forefront diseases that everyone knows about, everyone's aware about, and there is help for anyone who needs it.
All right, so I want to tell you about the Hayes family. They have a golf tournament every year, and they raise a big number. Now, we haven't heard that final number, but whatever our final number is for the tote, we're going to add a big number to that because of the check that we're going to get because of the golf tournament that they do. So we want to thank the Hayes family. Couldn't be here tonight, but we want to thank them for their generous contribution to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and our MDA Telethon. Let's go back to the studio and Scott Connell.
You know, Mike, I think we've seen this over, heard it over tonight. You have so many folks that are working so hard, and the mission is there. And that money that you donate tonight stays in St. Louis. I think sometimes we take for granted the medical facilities that we have in St. Louis. We have some of the best in the world, world-class facilities. We have a world-class MDA location right here in St. Louis. And it's because of you and those donations you've made. Washington University, St. Louis University, research is big in this field right now, and the progress has been made. You heard it earlier, just in the last 5 years, more new things happening and developments than in the previous 70 years. So 75 years MDA's been around. Progress is being made. You can still donate tonight even after we go off the air. 425-5355, that's a 314 area code. You text the word donate and you will get a link, or you can go to ksdk.com, and as you go to ksdk.com, do /donate, and it'll take you right to an easy link. I just did it a few minutes ago in honor of my friend Kathy. We'll send it back to you, Mike.
Well, I'll tell you right now, we talked
growing.
about Scott Connell, and Scott's star is up here too.
It's right
there
here.
It is, right there. Scott's star is here. We want your star up here too. Remember, $250 gets you the silver, $500 gets you the gold, $100 gets you a blue.
You can continue to donate, and we appreciate everyone who's made the donation at 314-425-5355. Remember, all of the money stays here for research, and they are making strides, such great strides in the research to fight this disease.
One thing we have learned about St. Louis in the last couple of months is the fact that St. Louis comes together for St. Louis. So let's do it once again tonight. Let's get over to Mike Bush. Mike?
All right, guys, thanks very much. Again, we want to thank you so much for your generous support tonight. You know, we've been doing this a long time, and let's check the final tote to see what we made thanks to you. $138,019, and again, thanks to the Hayes family, that number is going to get a lot bigger. So there you have it. We have so many people to thank. First of all, we want to thank our general manager, Alicia Elsner. She has been terrific in her support of MDA. To all the folks at MDA, Teresa Gabriel, Amelia Lamb, they have been fantastic. To the folks at Grants Farm, who always are very generous to us and to MDA. And to our amazing crew, Jeff Bailey, Jacob Orlowski, Randy Schweckner, Tom Stasiak, Jeff Watkins, Nick Thompson, Eric Ziegler, John Jordan, Jacob Kurth, Andrea Firestone, Susie Herman, Alexander Olson, Sheila Rice, Sonia Potter, Jimmy Hummel, Jimmy Krukow, Eric Voss, and Janelle Reynolds, and of course to my amazing co-hosts, Rennie. They always step up for a good cause. Rennie and Kelly and Anne, thank you so much. Without their generosity, none of this would be possible. We're out of time, but that doesn't mean you can't still donate. We'll see you next year.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid.